Alright, you guys, we're coming in. We are doing the pick a card reading for the. Let me close this window. We're doing the pick a card readings for Scorpio season. Alright, got my Palo Santo here, and we had 4 different stones that we are going to go over. I've already separated them out, so I don't really want to go into all of that again because I want it to be more intuitive. But we had black tourmaline, okay, which is this black tourmaline, very powerful protection stone to keep yourself protected, keep you grounded, keep dark energy away from you, okay? I might as well show y'all now that I'm up. Excuse my look. Okay? And this is the Aragonite. Also a very powerful grounding stone. Metamorphic rock here. Okay? So definitely powerful transformation, stability here. Okay? Then we have this Amazonite, turquoise, gray, black, white, dealing with the throat, the heart, also helping transmute energy with this, okay? And then one more, Rhodonite, okay? Pink, black, white, connecting with the heart, throat, crown, okay? Helping us to transmute negative energy. So if you notice, we are in some different type of stones. All of them have the, most of them, except Tourmaline, have that "ite" at the end of it, okay? So it's metamorphic, dealing with changes, okay? So we're going to have the descriptions below, and you're going to pick your deck, pick your crystal that is going to therefore call to you your reading. So we'll see you soon. Hello. All right, so we're coming in. First one up, the tourmaline, the black tourmaline, which is the original. So if you see here, it's similar to, it's got the iridescence to it, but it's very heavy. Okay, this is a stone of protection. Keep negative energy away from you. All right, psychic attack, spiritual attack, also physical attack to keep you protected. Okay, so if you do choose to get this stone, it is really good to keep like electromagnetic fields clear too. So like I keep one by the computer, keep one by the TV. You know, if you are going to keep this on your person, make sure not to have it too long, okay? But if you do, keep it close to your heart. All right? Now, let's look and see here what's the messages that we need to take in for the month of Scorpio. For the season of Scorpio, which we are getting ready to go now into November. So it is a lot of things that we need to work on to fulfill our contract of 2021. Okay, so let's see. First, we're going to start with the dark mirror. Then we have the oracle of the E. Then we have the soul journey. And then we're going to do a quick message with the quantum oracle. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start first with the dark mirror. I had this one time before, Bride in the Cage. Okay, so in a way, this could be you feeling restricted, possibly feeling like you are like bound, possibly to a marriage, possibly to your kids, possibly to your work. It's like you feel like you are trapped and you don't have freedom. Okay, that's what this is all about. And on the outside, of course, she looks like she's happy initially, right? Because she's beautiful in this dress. But when you get closer, you see she's not happy. She does not even look good. Okay? So it's about feeling trapped within yourself and not being able to express. Okay? So that's something that can be you have been trapped in a place of fear. Okay? Can be that. But what is letting you know now that you're supposed to make changes to release yourself? Because this is kind of like on TV when they have those beams, right? And you got to maneuver through the light beam to get out. So that could definitely be what you're facing with this now, because you're trying to figure out how to maneuver through a situation, okay? Now, let's see. Let's see what the universe wants you to know here with the Oracle of the E. GPS, okay? So the GPS is like, of course, it's our global positioning service, right? Whatever they call it. So with this being said, you have a way that you can reach out to your spirit guides, okay? You have a way that you can reach out in the astral realm. You have a way that you can communicate more telepathically, okay, and energetically. That way you can start to maneuver. See the triangle? Okay. I'm not too familiar with this deck, so let's look at this real quick. Just so you know what exactly the meaning of this one is. The GPS. Because I really don't know. And it being a 15, 15 does break down to 6. So 6 is an even number. So it is talking about balance coming in. But let's see what this says for you. Your intuition is being a really show off these days. You're ready to help navigate your life, and quite frankly, it's getting a tad bit impatient. You just can't understand why, when it's the easy route, that you insist on doing everything the hard way. There's no need to be lost, especially now that you're about to stumble into a gold mine. All right? So again, it is kind of going with this way you're going to have to start maneuvering things differently to come out with a different outcome, to where you're not feeling trapped, to where you're feeling more abundant and that you're capable and not feeling restricted, okay? Interesting. Now, let's see what's your soul journey message. And then we are going to get the Quantum Oracle. Let me go ahead and get that too. Sorry, I'm not prepared, but we're doing this freestyle, so I hope you are still enjoying everything. So let's see what your soul journey messages are. Okay. So, humor. This was in the reverse. So it's telling you do need to bring more fun into your life, more humor, more happiness, more joy. Okay? I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. All right? So they're wanting you to start transforming out of this dark energy where you feel restricted, where you feel trapped, starting to have more fun, laughter, humor, okay? And then you actually had two that came up, so I did take them. The second one is peace. So this is great because this is what's going to start coming in as you start to release yourself from burdens and release yourself from certain negative traits and energies that could be possibly holding you in this position. Okay, so it is really good that you did pick this Tourmaline because it's a divine protection within this stone. Okay, I will tell you about this stone. I have seen it work to dispel negative energy. Okay, so I was on a house cleansing and we did use this stone as well as an onyx. So it's a black stone. Okay, and once you put a certain intention to it, it will work. So what we saw was my first time ever seeing it. We did see a smoke coming down and coming straight into the stone. Okay? So that I will tell you is some type of healing. Okay? It is for real. All right? But anyway, let's go now into the Quantum Oracle and let's see what's the messages. And we'll just do a 3 card, past, present, and future. So what do we need to learn about, what do we need to learn from our past? What do we need to learn from our past? About taking steps, okay? So in a way, it's saying before, now look, this could be, because this is this bride. So it could be before you were taking steps to what you thought was bringing happiness. Now, maybe now you realize it wasn't really what you wanted, or things change within time. All right? So, again, this is your intention. So, in a way, if it's dealing with love and a real relationship, don't let it deter you from being happy again or finding or falling in love again. Okay? It's also just talking about when you had this certain intention back at that time, you did take action. You went for what you knew. You didn't care what other people thought. You did what you wanted to do. Okay? So, same thing. It's kind of coming full circle, telling you to use that energy that you had in the past now to make new changes. Okay? That's really good. What about our current energy? What about our current energy here for Scorpio season for 2021? What about our current? Nice. Happy success. So currently, this is what we can have going starting today. All right? Starting now, we can have this type of feeling. Right? And this is dealing with the consciousness. So, once you change your mindset, once you see the sun in everything, once you see the brightness in everything, right? You have a whole different perspective. Really good. Okay? Now, what is coming up in the future for us? coming up in the future. Interesting. Your higher self. So you will be more aligned. You will be more uh, in a light position. See, this is being more in tune with the spirit, the heart being pure. Okay? Getting out of this dark, negative feeling and coming more into light energy. All right? So I love it. Hello. Coming back in with this second stone. This is Aragonite. I just like the way this looks. Ooh, I never seen a stone that had brown on it, so that's what drew me to this stone. So I'll give you just a brief reading here what this is about online. Excuse me, in this book. Aragonite. It says it's a reliable earth healer and grounding stone. Encourages conservation, recycling. Also clears blockages. Able to ground and physically release stress. Stabilizes the base of the earth chakra. Aids in concentration. Brings flexibility and mind control. This is a stone that makes you feel comfortable within your own body and it combats disease. Spiritually, it stabilizes development, calming and centering, restores balance, and prepares for meditation. Really nice. So, this is your reading if you were intrigued by this lovely stone. Okay? Aragonite. So, we're looking here. We have the dark mirror for you. We have the oracle of the E. We have the soul journey. And then we have the quantum oracle. Right? So, for you, we are starting off with the dark mirror. So, anything that we need to work on. Scorpio is the time of shadow work. So, things that we need to do to release, cleanse, change, transform behaviors, attitudes, anything like that, okay? So, for you, ah, the child I was meant to be, okay? So, in this case, it can be talking about some things that you had set out in your mind at a young age, okay? So, maybe you got derailed from it, maybe things didn't go as planned with your childhood, even. And then as an adult, you had to kind of like just go with the flow. So it is kind of talking about something that you may need to revisit, something that you had as a childhood dream or as a young adult that you need to pick it back up, okay? Because the yellow is definitely dealing with the creative ideas, okay? And this plant, she's holding something dealing with the earthly realm, okay? So it's definitely something that is going to help you be more grounded. Again, going back to the stone, being more grounded, being more in tune with nature, possibly, being more in tune with your child, inner child, healing the inner child wounds that you might have had. Okay, it's saying that it's time to do that with the child you were meant to be. Okay, something about that. You might have had to grow up too fast. Okay, some people did. You might have had to help raise younger siblings. You might have had to, um, you know, get a job early and you didn't have a chance to have fun and do things that, teenagers get to do. Okay? So certain things it's saying now you need to go back to it and take it and nurture it again. It's never too late. Okay? Age is just a number. All right? Now, the Oracle of the E. There it is. Wrecking Ball. So, Wrecking Ball 46 does bring down to a 10. So 10 is about a completion, about a cycle. So definitely it is time for some big changes to come in. Something to like boom, like a wrecking ball, right? So let's look and see what this says. I'm not really familiar with this deck, and it's kind of corny to be honest with you. So I'm just gonna briefly read this one and see what it says. Just so you know, a wrecking ball is not necessarily the sign of destruction. It's more like a blessed invitation for a brand new, exciting thing to blossom. All you need to do is change your perspective. Let's get the renovation started. Nice. So, yeah, it is something that you need to now take control of when it's dealing with yourself. Okay? So, it could be possibly in that case, you did not have your childhood, or you have not taken time for yourself. They want you to start over. Okay? They want you to start fresh and like bust through like a wrecking ball. Okay? And again, the yellow is dealing with the creativity, and it's dealing with happiness. It's dealing with vibrant energy, the sun, everything that is bright and good and new and fresh. Okay? Now, let's see what's your soul journey. Interesting. So this did come up upside down, and it says blame. All right? So in that case, you need to be releasing blame or not blaming yourself for something. Okay? This says, I accept responsibility for my well being. All right? So, with that being said, you could have been in a position where you have purposely been neglecting yourself something. All right? Purposely been denying happiness to yourself. Okay? If that's the case, then definitely don't do that. Not good. Not good. If it's a place where you just have not had time, that's a whole different thing. It's still letting you know you need to make time for yourself. But if you've been in a place where you've been blaming yourself, or you've been in self denial or those types of feelings, it's saying you need to come out of that. They don't want you to dwell in that negative place anymore. Because again, it's dealing with your well being. So, again, if it is something that you did do, right, in the past, it's definitely saying time to release that shame, release that blame, release the hurt. It's easier said than done, but at the same time, if it has been something way from the past and the childhood, it has been keeping you stuck in a certain position. That's why this is in the reverse as well. So the only way you're going to heal from it, and the only way you're going to have a new life, is if you let the wrecking ball throw it away. Okay? Knock it out. All right? Also, if there's been issues where you've had people that you've resented, right? People that you blame for your problems, or you blame for the lifestyle that you had or the things that happened to you. It's also saying at this point we do need to let that go as well, okay? They will be dealt with accordingly. It's not our place to give them judgment. And of course, if we are holding on to this hate or resentment or whatever it is, we are also poisoning ourselves. Okay, so that again, they want us to let go. Now, Let's see what is the messages here. 3 cards. What do we need to learn from in the past? What do we need to learn from in the past? Conflict is in the reverse. So we need to learn from the past. Yes, we have had a lot of conflicts or a lot of rocky roads and different struggles that we've had to be in. So it's letting us know that we had overcome those things in a way. Possibly we haven't fully released them, but we have gotten through that moment of conflict or this moment of the storm. Okay? So the storm actually has passed, but of course it's still destruction behind that you have to rebuild from. You have to do repairs and things like that. So it's letting you know that you do have the strength. You need to take the strength that you have when you have had conflicts and when you've been faced with conflicts. Take that and grow from it. Bring it with you into the new beginning so that you know that you're resilient, that you're strong. Okay? That's good. Now, what do we need to know here for the future? Excuse me, the current energy here, 2021. All the way now, we're getting ready to go into November. What do we need to know? So it's something here about creative endeavors. So we're going back to this, and this was upside down. So it's letting you know whatever creative endeavors that you're interested in, you need to pick them back up. You need to open up your solar plexus, your heart chakra, to open up to these things that you love to do again. So it can be music, can be painting, can be writing, whatever it is, you need to focus again on these type of events that's going to bring happiness back to you. And then what about the future? What is coming up in our future? Interesting. So the decrease is in the reverse, which is good. So it's talking about a cycle here. So we are coming again out of a cycle of lack or out of a cycle of depression or out of a cycle where we're going back here to where we were meant to be. So where you were feeling lack or abandonment or, any of those things, that cycle is ending. Okay? Really good. All right, you guys. Thank you. Keep me posted. Hello. Coming back in. Part 3, Amazonite. So this is just one of my bigger ones. So I have another one that has more of the turquoise on it. But the Amazonite is really powerful. It's dealing with a couple different things here. So it has, I'll just read it to you real briefly, okay? It says Amazonite is a powerful filtering stone, okay? So it's extremely soothing, calms the brain and the nervous system, also aligns the physical body. It's a stone that helps you see both sides of the problem and different points of view. Emotionally, it helps soothe trauma, alleviate stress and fear. Spiritually, it is extremely beneficial to the consciousness. It assists with manifesting universal love. Okay? So, really good stone. Says hold over the effective point or wear or protect it against microwaves, cell phones, computers. Okay? So a lot of these stones that I picked are I didn't know for sure. I'm not that good. But I read up on them. They're dealing with Scorpio season. Okay. So, helping us to transform energy. Really, really good. So now we are looking at the dark mirror, the E oracle, and the soul journey. And then we're also going to do a quick 3-card quantum oracle. Okay. So for the dark mirror, this is what we need to work on to help us kind of change our shadow, right? Clear that energy, walk into something different. All right. Ooh, I never seen this one. Is this me? Interesting. So in this case, possibly you have gotten away from yourself. You may not recognize yourself based on the lifestyle that you are living right now or the changes that you've actually stepped into. Is this me? Because again, we're talking about love with this Amazonite. Love and possibly seeing things differently with this gray and black in here. So you're maybe realizing things that have not been so pretty. Okay? So is this me? Interesting. And this is a 4. So the 4 is about stability. It is about unity. So in this case, you could be feeling like you're your only person. So it's kind of like you have to do what you have to do, all right? And it could be some things that's not that upright, okay? But it's saying here right now they want you to question, is this you? All right? Might have gotten away from yourself. Might have started getting too deep into something and now it's time to start pulling back, okay? They don't want you to get too deep into something to where you get stuck and you can't get out. All right? So it's a certain cry for help that you might be needing or that might be coming for you. They want you to hear, okay? Now, what does the E oracle say? Pick up after yourself. Interesting. So this is a 7. When you break it down, 3 plus 4 is 7. Pick up after yourself. So again, this can be going back to, is this me? So it might have gotten messy. Something might have got messy or something might be getting dirty. They want you to try and clean up, get it handled, get it taken care of before it's too late. Okay? Now, we're going to look at this really quick. 34 says the blame game is over. It's time to realize that the only person who can affect you is you. Within your own mind is the answer to every question and the power to accomplish anything. Take charge, be accountable, and let's do it. Okay? So I like that. Going back, so yeah, they want you to take a hard look at yourself. Take a hard look in the mirror. Okay? Get back on track. Now, let's see what the soul journey is. Yep. Discipline. All right. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Yes, you can. So, some changes need to be made. And in a way, yes, with this right here, you know that you have the capacity and the ability to do things. You just now need to bring the discipline back in. Right? Now, coming from me, I am definitely not the most disciplined person ever. I rarely tell myself no. All right. I rarely do things I don't want to do. But in this case, it's kind of like when you look at yourself, you're starting to see it too. That you have started to slip down in a certain way or that things is not what they should be or what they were in the past. All right. So, big warning message with this reading. Now, we're going to go to the Quantum Oracle. Let's see what's the messages. So what do we need to learn from in the past? What do we need to learn from in the past? The vast universe. So with that being said, and this is a spiritual card here, so it's letting you know how you were in the past. You were so hopeful. You were so optimistic. You were so just ready to take on any type of challenges, right? So it's saying it still take that type of perspective about things and now switch the direction of it. Okay? That's what it's telling you here. Because even to get to this point, you had to be fearless. You had to be a warrior. You had to be like ready to face any type of obstacle that came your way. But now they want you just to switch the energy now into something more positive. Okay? Now, what do we need to know for the current? Whoa, that is too many. What do we need to know for the current? We need to know for the current time frames here in 2021 and heading into November. What do we need to know? Too many. Kindred partnerships, okay? So again, the Amazonite was dealing with love. So it can be some type of relationship that we need to be working to heal. Some people that are really our soul partners or our actual, maybe a romantic partner. Somebody is wanting to come in here, possibly to get forgiveness or to give forgiveness, okay? And just restart in a happier space. So this is good. And yeah, these are kind of like two aces. You got two ones here. So that's really good. Now, what do we need to focus on for the future? Coming out of dark thoughts. Definitely. We definitely need to come out of that dark thought. So again, this is dealing with the consciousness. So we have to change the consciousness. See how this is? You're going into like a maze of darkness, a maze of dark thoughts, which is what they want you to come out of and start to recognize, hey, this is not me. Because, for instance, this is you, but this is not you. So you don't need to follow this person into this dark thoughts, or you don't need to follow along the path that you've been going before, where you're not taking control, not using your discipline. You're just being a follower. Okay? So you need to change this type of perspective. They want you to come out of the dark thoughts moving forward. Okay? Really good. Anything else? Yep. And also come out of the consciousness of lack. Feeling like things you don't have enough, feeling like you're the only one there. I want you to come out of this, okay? Really good reading. Have a good one. Hello. Last but not least, our lovely Rhodonite. So, this is pink, gray, and black. We love the colors. Okay? So, it says Rhodonite is an emotional balancer. It nurtures love and encourages brotherhood and humanity. Says it is able to ground energy, balance yin and yang, and aids in achieving highest potential. This is a first aid stone. It clears away emotional wounds and scars from the past. Rhodonite is also useful to and prevent turn back insults and prevent retaliation. It also recognizes that revenge is self-destructive and promotes calm in dangerous or upsetting situations. Very nice. And I'm reading this from the Crystal Bible. So all of the stones that I picked this time are considered Scorpio season stones, okay? So we do have the Dark Mirror. We do have the Energy Oracle. We also have the Soul Journey. And then we're going to do a 3-card Quantum Oracle reading at the end. So let's see with this Rhodonite. It's really powerful. So let's see what's the messages here. We do have first off the Dark Mirror. Interesting. So the way this came out is talking about obsessions. Coming out of obsessions, okay? So possibly can be in position where you have been obsessing over something or someone, and is telling you now that you need to change your focus, okay? Very interesting. I've not seen this card before. So with that being said, you can be obsessed with kind of like covering up or hiding something, okay? Because the way this is, it's like she wants to put this over her face, all right? So it can be like you are afraid to come out into your real individual self, or it's more that you're looking on the outside for other ways to make you feel better inside through other people, what they have, through other people that is not even realistic. Like it could be social media, TV. It's something here that has started to over consume your mind, is what it's telling you. So they want you to start to come out of this obsession. And it feels like, to be honest, that some people are not aware that they have an obsession, but it feels like you are aware that you may be becoming obsessed with something, okay? So this is a warning message now to come out of that type of energy as much as possible. Start to do different things to change the mindset and the mental capacity, okay? So obviously this rhodonite is really good because it is talking about here. One of the other things that came up. So this is a card about self-destruction, codependency, clearing away emotional wounds. So it can be some things that from your past may have put you in this place to where you don't feel good enough, or you feel like you are lacking something where other people have and you don't. So you're obsessed with this feeling of consuming something or like overindulging. Okay. Really deep. That's the last reading too. Now let's see what the energy oracle wants to tell you. Tells you to be all in. All right, which is good because this is an 8. 8 is about abundance. So being all in, it is definitely telling you you can still have all of these things that if they are, let's repeat that. You can have the things that you desire that are going to be beneficial to you. This is the 8. It's like the infinity. So everything is connected, but only things that are going to bring value to you is what they're going to allow in. All right? So let's see what all in the message for that. Says all systems are go. Whatever you do right now, don't hold back. This is a perfect time to give everything you've got. When you move forward towards your dream, the universe will move forward 10 times faster. It's time to raise the stakes. Play your hand. Jump in. So there you go. It's letting you know, once you start to change your mindset and your perspective, the universe is going to be all in for you. Okay? So stop having again, the self-doubt, the unsettled thoughts, right? The emotional wounds from the past. Certain things, they do want you to release it so that they can transmute that energy and bring it back to you in the form of abundance, okay? Which again is the 8, the infinity sign, being everything connected, all right? Now, you did get 2 soul journey cards. So I did keep those. So let's see what they say. First one, honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can always expect it from myself. Yep. So again, coming clean with this obsession or this addiction or something like that that has been pulling you deeper and pulling you away from yourself. Being honest about it and facing it. Okay? And look, success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. So you will have success once you start to recognize things, see what it is, and face it and go all in. Okay? I like that. Now let's see what the Quantum Oracle wants to say. We're doing the 3-card past, present, and future. So what do we need to learn from the past? What do we need to learn from the past? Oh, somebody else had this. The vast universe. So again, all the hopes, dreams, wishes, optimism, dreams that you had in the past, it's definitely telling you to keep that perspective. Those same dreams are still attainable. There's no age limit on your dreams, okay? You can still go towards them. And also with coming out of that dark energy, you are shifting the shifting the spiritual energy in your favor, okay? So that's really good. Because that card is like an ace. So aces is all about new beginnings. Now, what do we need to know here for the current time frame for 2021 and up here now as we're going into November? What do we need to know? So, saying, come out of a place where you did not have courage. So this can definitely be in the past. You were not bold. You didn't have courage in yourself. All right. It's telling you that we now need to move forward. Need to start walking forward with certain energy, being courageous, being ready to go towards our issues, right? Because courage and honesty goes hand in hand. All right? Those go hand in hand. So once you have taken a hard look at yourself, right? You have been honest with yourself, then you have courage to walk forward into the new beginning. All right? So this is really good. Let's see what else. What do we need to know for the future? Oh, and this is another ace. So you got 2 aces here. What do we need to know going into the future? There it is. You got present power. You're going to have the strength of the lion and the tiger. Your consciousness is going to be much more strong and sturdy once you realize that you can do everything You have the power. Okay? We love you. Have a wonderful day.